You've seen it on TV and in the hands of players like Tommy Fleetwood. I'm talking about the mini driver. Is it a club for you? Well, we're going to try to find out in this episode of Golf Talk with Dormy. And as always, I'm joined by our expert, Alex Wrigley, the mini driver. Do you have one?
I don't have one.
Yet?
Not yet, exactly. I think that the mini driver has been growing in popularity over the last 3 years. Like you said, Tommy using it, Cam Young, another top player who's been using it, actually instead of their driver. And I'm excited to dive into this and see why they might be putting it in a bag. What are the advantages and maybe disadvantages of this club?
That's one of the most interesting things. Is it like something that you're going to combine with your driver or replace it with?
Exactly. I think it depends on what you're looking for from your teeing club. If you want something that potentially can get the dispersion a little tighter, maybe you're not that bothered if you're losing 10 or 15 yards, this could be a really good option. That extra loft that this has is going to create a little more backspin, which generally does mean a tighter dispersion. But the club face is smaller, so it's not going to be quite as forgiving as, you know, a similar GT2, which this would be.
I've been around for a while. When I'm looking at the mini driver, I feel that I'm going back to like 2000 or something like that.
Exactly.
That was kind of the size of the drivers back then.
It was.
But it has happened a lot in technology since then.
This is pretty much just a more compact version of what the modern day driver is now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tech going on in the head, very different to back in the early 2000s when this was the head size, like you say. Usually these are coming in between 250 and 340 cc, which when we did our historic driver test video previously, that is around about the size of the driver Tiger was using when he won the Tiger Slam.
So, interesting question. Is it a club that you're going to use from the tee or from the fairway?
I think it depends on your ability level and your ball striking ability. I really believe that this club can be used by mid-handicappers and below off the tee. When the ball is teed up, this extra loft, the ball is going to sit higher on the face. You're going to get good height from this and a fair amount of forgiveness. But when this is sat next to a ball that's on the deck, it does require a bit more precision to make contact. I know our cameraman is thinking he can hit it off 18 handicap, but
Confident guy.
he's a confident guy, top ball striker, but it's going to require his best swing to get this airborne with a crisp strike.
You're hesitating.
Should I go? Right. Like, I haven't had the most success hitting this off the ground, but we're going to try. Often, you know, I grew up on links course, Tobias, and I'm used to hitting the ball low normally.
What's the loft on this one?
The loft on this one is 13, so it's like
13.
a strong lofted 3-wood.
Yeah.
And if this ball was teed up, I would be favouring this over a standard 3-wood all day long.
Okay.
It looks more forgiving, it looks more inviting, but off the deck, the ball looks a little small on this face. It's quite deep. But let's give it a go and see if
technique-wise, are you changing anything? What are you thinking of?
I'm still trying to hit down slightly on the ball here, and that's the thing that's going to change potentially between having the ball teed up and teed down. With a 3-wood normally off a tee, you're always trying to hit down slightly on the ball. With a driver, you're always trying to hit up. I think if I was using the mini driver, I think I would be trying to hit up ever so slightly off the tee, but down when it's on the ground.
Right. Yeah.
So on this one, we'll try and hit down slightly on it. Yeah, I mean, it looks lovely behind the ball.
Well, that flew.
I mean, it was very high, actually. Wasn't my greatest contact, but certainly got a lot of height. More height than I was maybe expecting off that tight lie. Oh, pleasantly surprised, actually, there.
Do you get a tee?
Yeah, I've got a tee. Yeah, let's
Try
try
it.
it.
Try it from a tee as well.
So this one is 280 cc. I think this is slightly on the smaller side of some of the models. So some of them are a little larger. This is probably more versatile off the ground, this model, because the head size is a little smaller. Now off the tee, we've got a totally different story.
What are you thinking when it comes to tee height? Do you change anything compared to the normal height of the driver? Or?
Because I'm trying to hit slightly up on the ball, I still want almost half a ball above the face, I think. But depending on the conditions, depending on what type of shot I want to hit, I wouldn't feel scared in teeing this down lower either and trying to flight one out there. But I'm going to try and hit this more like I would a driver. The ball position's going to go a bit further forward. I'm going to try and just sweep up on the ball, see what we get.
Wow. I'm a bit surprised by the high ball flight.
I mean, I guess it's the loft, because this certainly isn't, this hasn't got the center of gravity deep and low in the face to increase height. If anything, it's literally opposite. Because it's got extra loft, this doesn't need to have any help to get the ball in the air. Maybe, looking at that height there, maybe I would be suited a bit more into a lower lofted one here, or I could use this as a fairway club or a club I'm going to tee low and try and drive down there.
All right. Lengthwise, you hit it before in the TrackMan compared to your numbers with the driver.
Yeah.
How does it compare?
I lost between 10 and 15 yards total distance. So, you could say significant difference from the driver if I was to take the driver out of the bag, but they were very straight.
A fairway finder, yeah?
Fairway finder, absolutely. And if you can get one of these in a slightly larger head, closer to that 340cc, I think it could be even more forgiving than this model.
Interesting. Anything more?
Just that I see this trend continuing with this club. I think there's a place in the market for it, for those purists as well who, really want that small, nostalgic look. Maybe they want to make golf a little bit harder. I don't know why they'd want to do that, but some people do. But I also see a place in the bag for mid, especially low handicappers who want a bit more versatility in the top of their bag. So maybe they can add an extra hybrid in or add another wedge in. Maybe this can replace a driver and a 3-wood if they don't need that extra length, so they can have more versatility in a different part of the bag.
All right, the mini driver.
Yep.
Thanks for the insight, Alex, and thank you for watching this episode of Golf Talk with Dormy.